Okay, bear with me. So, I wanted to give you a bit of introduction as to my page and what I'm going to be doing and who am I, and we'll just see how it goes from there. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just being called to do this. So I'll just clear this up because I'm going to talk about this so much in my posts and my videos. So I don't really use the term God. I say the universe, because I believe that I am universal. I believe that we all are universal. I believe there was something different before it was called God. I believe that there will be something different after we all go. I believe that everybody's truth about what God actually is, or whether there's lots of gods, or like in Shinto where the natural world is the gods, and Greek gods, whatever deity, whatever you believe in, I think is completely right. It's all the same thing, and that's why I say it's the universe, because it's everything. To me, everything is the universe. We are just a very, very small part of that, but made up of exactly the same things. Right, I'm glad we got that cleared up. So I believe that the universe is leading me to this, and has been for some time, but I've just been too shit scared to actually do it. But the universe will humble you in ways that you thought weren't even possible and push you to fulfill your purpose. So here I am. Okay, so I've always had spiritual gifts of varying power all my life. I understood them more as a child than what I do now. When I was a child, I knew things that I knew that nobody else did, and I knew things that my friends couldn't understand. I knew things that I knew that my parents wouldn't understand. Yeah, I was just really, really, really aware when I was a child. I had an imaginary friend. I could take myself off into other lands, and I think most of my spiritual gifts came because I lived in what was at the time a bit of a war zone in my house, and I was having to deal with a lot of abuse, lots of different types of abuse, and I used meditation to soothe myself. I learnt very early on how to manipulate energy in my space and my surroundings, and I was just very tapped in as a child. As I got older, I understood, or I was made to understand, that these things weren't normal and that I was different in some way. So I started suppressing things, telling myself that they weren't real or they weren't there. And then when I got to about 12, 13, I started drinking, and I knew very well that that would stop things from happening, and it did. So I was sneaking drinks and things when I was like 12, 13 from the cupboard in my parents' house, and therefore started a really big, I would say, drinking problem. I don't think I was an alcoholic, but I don't really understand the difference to when you actually go towards, when you get labelled an alcoholic. What is the difference? I'm sure someone can comment below. Okay, so in my life I have had loads of near-death experiences. I feel like I've actually physically died. One of them being when I actually tried to kill myself and I succeeded. And I feel like I was given a second chance. I feel like I have emotionally died. I feel like I have spiritually died. I feel like I definitely have had all those things happen to me. And recently I had, within my son being born, I had an ego death. Yeah, I feel like the cat with 9 lives. And I have pretty much lived in some sort of solitude for the last 2 years. Obviously with the pandemic has helped that, but just by sort of my choosing and circumstances has led me to sort of live in a bit of hermit mode, where I have gained so much more clarity about my gifts and my powers and what I am capable of. Yeah, so I just feel like I'm reeling stuff at you rather than I don't find this. I'll clear this up as well. On my page, you will not find me airbrushed, makeup wearing, looking Instagram worthy. I turn up as I am on the day. This is me. This is how you will find me today. I will not hide from you. I will show up as authentic as humanly possible. You can tell by today that I am super duper tired, and I'll explain why. And I'm also not great in front of a camera, and I'll not hide that either, even though people keep telling me that I need to get better behind the camera. To me, that's acting. I don't feel comfortable talking to a camera. Acting is not part of my purpose on this planet. So yeah. Okay, so why am I here? Why am I doing this? So, over the years, I have found myself having to navigate systems that have kept me in very traumatic circumstances all my life. The school system kept me trapped. The college, university system, just education in general kept me trapped. The financial system kept me trapped. Media and culture kept me trapped. And the pharmaceutical system kept me from having a baby for a very long time. And now the justice system is keeping me trapped in a very traumatic situation. And I keep being told to stop talking about it and to do this and do that, all the while being kept bound to traumatic situations. You'll have to forgive me, my brain is absolute mush at the moment. I started a community project, a community business called Anchor We Got You a couple of years ago, and I started that business after writing a book about this journey and healing myself from trauma, healing myself from abuse. And as I was writing the book, I realised that not only was I terrible at writing, but I was still very much trapped in the trauma, and it was the culture around me and the systems around me that was keeping me trapped in said trauma. And I was like, what is the point of writing a book about how to heal people from trauma when they physically can't escape? For example, I feel like I've sorted myself out. I feel like I've healed. I feel like I've moved past. I don't actually feel like I am Gemma Gaines anymore. I don't feel like that person exists anymore. I feel like I'm so far past that person. Like that, when people keep call me Gemma, or when I'm called Miss Gaines, it's just like I don't even feel any bond towards that name. I don't feel like that person. I feel like I've gone from that. But then I'm still trapped in, still bound to this old person because of mistakes and choices that I made when I was traumatized. And I know that there are thousands and thousands of people out there who are exactly the same. And I just thought, instead of writing a book about how to sort the person out, how about I start a business that would try and sort the world out? Because that's what actually needs happening. It's not the people that it's not the people that are broken. It's not the people that are it's not the people that need fixing. It's the systems that keep them bound in traumatic situations and circumstances. That's what needs fixing. So that's why I started working on a community business. Now, I started as a CIC, which is like a community-led business where you can accept donations from the community and funding. I received so much friction trying to proceed as a CIC that I moved swiftly to being a limited company, which means that I get full say about what happens where and all the rest of it. So over the last couple of years, I've been building contacts and trying to find people to who think the same way as I do and who would like to build a better world around them, and just start peeling ourselves away from these broken systems before they completely collapse around our ear holes. And I'm not going to lie, it's been incredibly hard. I have had about an hour to myself every day if I spread it out. I care for my son full time. I was caring for my son full time. And nursery was helping out a little bit with my, 15 or 16 hours free, so I don't actually get a lot of free time to do it. I live on benefits. So any money that I do get through selling